All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former trainer Nate Jones had some very interesting things to say about the VASYL Lomachenko Devin Haney fight that I've been saying for a while, and it is definitely a warning to Devin Haney not to count this fight as done. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, talking about one of the best fights that is going to be coming up in the next couple months, and that is the Devin Haney fight against VASYL Lomachenko in defense of the undisputed title at 135 pounds. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former trainer Nate Jones speaks out about the fight and basically says, look, man, this is going to be a tough fight for Devin Haney to pull off. Let's talk about that. But before I do, let me welcome you to the channel. If you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for coming by. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat, in the super thanks of videos like this. Seriously, Matty Ole, John Boy, Mr. Pragmatic, Deborah Booker, Barbara D, a few other people that have been doing that. Thank you so much. It really does allow me to continue to do these type of videos and give you my take on the information that's coming out on boxing. And I think it's a pretty solid take. Haven't been off a whole lot. You know, we don't always have to agree, but we can have a great conversation. And so in this particular instance, I've been saying for a while, something about the Devin Haney versus VASYL Lomachenko fight, and it was co-signed recently by Nate Jones, who is a former trainer of Floyd Mayweather, or assistant trainer, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. You would see him all the time during Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s career, you know, holding mitts for him. He's out of Chicago, former heavyweight out of Chicago. You know, just a, really great, very, very, very solid personality in the sport of boxing for a long time. He has a channel called, I think it's the Nate Jones Project, but definitely just look up Nate Jones YouTube channels. Definitely worth going to check out. And he was asked, as a short 1-minute video. And again, I do not take other people's content and stick it in my video. So for everybody who want to say, just show it to me. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't own it. It is what it is. I don't like when people take my content and stick my face on their channels. So I'm not about to do that to other people. Maybe if it's an Instagram or something like that where people want it to be put out. But other than that, you're going to have to appreciate the conversation, because I think that is really, really what's most important. Now, Nate Jones is asked about the Devin Haney Lomachenko fight, and he says, look, man, I see Devin Haney edging it out in a very, very, very tough fight, right? And this is how he says he sees the fight going. He says during the early rounds, he sees it being a highly technical fight of them trying to figure each other, those guys figuring each other out, right? And so the fight is going to be very, very close up until, the end of, say the 6th or the 7th round, where people are going to look around and be like, okay, I don't really know if I'm up on these cards. I'm going to have to sit and I'm going to have to dig, and I'm going to have to start fighting and pulling out these rounds clearly. And it was at that point in time, the fight's going to turn into a real scrap between VASYL Lomachenko and Devin Haney. And then, the fight is going to play out like that for the rest of the fight. And he says that it's a tough fight, but he sees Devin Haney edging it out. And the reason he sees Devin Haney edging it out is because of his youth. I don't think he said size. I would add length and all of that to it. But, his youth, his energy, his skill set, which I think is very close to VASYL Lomachenko's skill set. Both of them are extremely, extremely good fighters. But pretty much agreeing with what I've been saying for a while about this fight, which is do not just assume that Devin Haney is going to go into this fight and box circles around VASYL Lomachenko. That is most likely not going to happen. Now, if it did happen, hey man, much kudos to Devin Haney for doing that. However, when I see this fight in my mind's eye, that's not what I see. I see a resurgent Vasily Lomachenko, a guy that has a ton of championship experience, who knows that this is the last, that is coming in as an underdog, knowing that this may very well be, if he can't get past Devin Haney, his last opportunity to get a shot at an undisputed title, which is something that he says that he's wanted. Now, obviously, the weaknesses or the problems for Vasily Lomachenko are both internal and external. The external problem is that he's fighting Devin Haney, who is very young, is a very, very highly skilled fighter who knows how Vasily Lomachenko fights. One of the things about Vasily Lomachenko, they used to call him the Matrix. Like, people couldn't, you're trapped in the Matrix. You can't figure out, reality from fantasy. Well, that Matrix has been over for a while, because now that he has the number of fights that he has, people have had an opportunity to see that style, prepare for that style, know what he's bringing. So, Devin Haney's going to have that information in his bank going into the fight, having watched all of these fights of his, where Vasily Lomachenko, I don't think, really has an idea of what the weaknesses of Devin Haney are going into the fight, other than just, the fact that he dips down to his right, he dips down to his right a lot, which should, allow him to prepare for that, prepare for that specific motion that he does. But that's pretty much the only thing that I've really seen where I can predict that Devin Haney's going to do that. Oh, also in the clinches and being able to, take advantage of the fact that Devin Haney is constantly trying to grab and clinch in order to score on the inside, maybe rough him up in the inside a little bit, make him mad, try to get him into a fight. But that's going to be the advantages. Those are the advantages that Devin Haney has, that there's not a lot of familiarity on Devin Haney from Lomachenko, but a lot of familiarity of Lomachenko from Devin Haney. Now, the thing with Lomachenko, in my opinion, is that Lomachenko is definitely a volume type of guy. And provided Lomachenko in the early rounds really kind of takes on if Lomachenko takes on the role of the aggressor from the beginning, and he's able to slip shots, get inside, and continually push Devin Haney backwards, and Devin Haney is not able to successfully grab his arms and clinch him to prevent from anything from going on the inside, then Lomachenko can win some of those early rounds. Typically, Vasily Lomachenko really starts firing on orthodox fighters, really starts firing off that straight left hand pretty accurately in the middle rounds, and he can really dig down, towards the end of the fight. So, it's going to be a tough fight, I see it being a tough, close fight. Now, I just like Nate Jones say, I see Devin Haney, pulling it out. However, you also got to throw out there that this is a top-ranked card, and this man, I do believe, is on his last fight on the deal that he had with Golden Boy. So with Top Rank. So you got to be a little bit prepared for, a little bit of shenanigans possibly taking place. But anyway, man, I just thought that was a really good observation. Wanted to share it with you. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.